Normally, a woman used to have a common question that when I need to start feeding my baby, what do you think about it?
I suppose this video is fully about breastfeeding. If I start talking about the advantage, there will be a lot of advantage. But when exactly you should start mother feed, that is breast milk, is everybody is questioning. But I feel it is best to start within the first 60 seconds. I would say 20-second rule for the baby to start. So once the baby is delivered, the baby will be lying on the mother's body. There will be a skin-to-skin contact with the baby and the mother, and at that time itself you should start feeding. In most circumstances, they will leave it till 5 minutes to 10 minutes, or they will take the baby to the next room for pediatrician to wipe the baby and see whether the baby is breathing, crying, and to have a quick check. Probably that will take another 10 minutes. I would suggest as early as possible, baby should feed mother's breast.
Okay, doctor, after giving birth at the delivery time, if the mother doesn't have any breast milk, so what she need to do on that time?
First 2 days, there will not be any breast milk. There will only be a watery liquid thing called colostrum. Colostrum has got a lot of immunoglobulins, which is responsible baby to not to get diarrhea and stuff like that. And first 24 hours, there are a lot of good bacteria from the mothers goes into the baby's gut. And the colostrum also, it goes along with it, right? So first 2 days, there will not be much of a mother's milk. But whenever the baby cries, the mother gets anxious. The neighbors, the staff nurses, doctors, they're all getting anxious. They think the baby is hungry. Basically, baby needs just a lot of physical support from the mother or the father. And basically, they have to remove their shirt or remove this one. It has to be skin-to-skin contact. Baby looks for warmth. It looks for the skin-to-skin contact. Once it has skin-to-skin contact, baby's brain secretes a nice hormone which calms down the baby. Understood?
Yes.
Same thing for the mother also. Once there's an eye-to-eye contact, the brain secretes an hormone which is called as oxytocin, calms down and prepares her for the mother feed. So two things is eye-to-eye contact and skin-to-skin contact, right? So you'll be wrapping all the babies, but it is better to have skin-to-skin contact, particularly in India. In India, it is warm. In Western countries, it is cold, so they'll think the baby will get cold. But here it is warm, so remove the dresses and just have a skin-to-skin contact. When the baby is crying, automatically the baby will calm down. It is the secretion of the hormone from the baby's brain which calms the babies down. Similarly for the mother also, it's called oxytocin.
Okay, nicely you said. So normally, which is the best formula milk for baby?
My God, there is no good formula milk for the baby. I think there are some companies who are promoting formula milks, basically where the mothers cannot feed the baby. When we had HIV, the mother's milk was thought to transmit virus. But I would say those things should be totally banned. So there is no rule for formula milk for the first 3 months of the baby. After that, if the mother is not able to give milk because of various other reasons or health issues, then automatically you can bring in the feeds as per. But all the companies are similar. So they have strict rules which they have to follow certain things. So you don't have to look, this company is better, that company is better. And they will not be sweet. So don't add sugar if you're going to add formula milk. But definitely no formula milk for the first 3 months.
When you said about the formula milk, I remembered a story, my friends, they used to tell about the concept. If we drink more formula milk, we will get good weight, so that chubby cheeks and everything, we will be a good healthy person. So what do you think about it?
Yes, I think there is a myth about that. Basically what they do is, in the bottle, they'll have a bigger hole. So the baby, if has to drink from the breast, it has to suck a lot. But there, because it's a slightly bigger hole, the baby will be easily sucking the thing and they'll be feeding more. And slowly every 50 grams is feeding extra. Baby is automatically going to put on weight. But that is a false weight. It's only the fat that is deposited in the body skin. And that leads to childhood obesity, which later on will become diabetic or PCOD or any other complication for the baby. So yes, formula milk babies are slightly heavier or chubbier. Only breastfed babies are healthier.
Does sleep affect breast milk?
Yes, of course. Baby's breast milk is controlled by two hormones. One is the prolactin hormone that comes from the brain, and there's another one, the oxytocin. These two hormones have to be in normal good conditions. So if you are stressed, if you are sleepless, if you are tired, if you are fatigued, the hormone secretion reduces. It affects the circadian rhythm of your body. So what I would suggest, or what many scientists suggest, is first, once the baby is born, if you're tired, take a nice nap, maybe 3 hours, 4 hours. And that particular night, I have a try to get a 8 hours sleep. In between, you can feed the baby, but still you need a good sleep. And a good husband will make you comfortable to sleep better, because you'll have pain, you'll have a lot of anxious, your body hormones is reacting to, its body hormones is coming down. So all those things will confuse your body. But still, if you are determined to sleep well, keep a dark room and make sure you don't have any visitors. If the sleep is good, your body returns back to normal within 24 to 48 hours, and that kicks in the mother's milk to secrete in an adequate amount.
Okay, that is the reason you tell to everyone to avoid visitors, right?
I exactly say, when the mother is sleeping or when she is feeding, I think all of us should make sure that if it takes 2 hours or 4 hours, please wait outside or go for a walk or even go for a movie and then come and see the baby. It is not good that because you want to just see the baby, you don't have time or anything. So visitors, please be responsible. Baby comes first. Mother comes second. If the baby needs feeding, please don't visit the new mom. If she's sleeping, allow her to sleep as much as possible. Only if the baby cries, you should wake her up for feeding.
So nowadays, if we hear the word breast milk, so many people searching around how to increase my breast milk, like some other food ways, like any other food, alternative food is there to increase my breastfeeding. So what you suggest for them?
Very good question. During the pregnancy itself, your body stores a lot of fat and liquid, which is sufficient for the mother's milk. Okay. So if you're going to eat biryani, the mother's milk is not going to increase. If you're going to drink 2 cups of milk, the mother's milk is not going to increase. The mother's milk is going to increase only if you have brain of the mother and the baby in connections. So for that, food is totally a myth. Because when you eat a lot of sweets or a lot of food, your body is going to produce dopamine, and that sugar spike will suddenly come down. And during that, after it comes down, you are craving for food. So your reflexes is controlling your body, not the baby's reflexes. So food does not play any role in quality or quantity of mother's milk. So mother's milk purely is dependent upon the baby's need and your body. Your food, you eating ghee or fish or this or that, it will not going to affect it may increase your body weight, but baby as such, the milk secreted from your body does not have any role with the food.
So another one thing I hear, if we drink more milk, more breast milk will secrete. Is it true or not?
Absolutely wrong. What they think is, if we drink a lot of milk, it has got a lot of calcium, and that body will utilize that calcium for the mother's milk. But that is totally wrong. If you drink a lot of milk, only your thoppai will be increasing, your breast tissue will be increasing, your back muscles will be increasing, you will be increasing in weight. But baby as such, it will not get any of those milk which you are drinking, and particularly the sugar that you are using, which will only increase the fat deposition under your skin, and you will look as though you are 2 years older. Reduce your milk to as minimal as possible.
Recently, if you see, means more women, they are just avoiding the pregnancy as well as avoiding the breastfeeding also, because they think that if they started to feed their baby, they will time travel to the older age, so that their skin and their beauty, everything will be lost. So what do you think about it?
Well, this is also a myth, right? Because if you're breastfeeding, your body is spending some energy, your body fat is converted into baby's milk, right? For that, if you're going to eat extra food, that is going to reduce your beauty. As such, baby and yourself have oxytocin as a hormone, which is a happy, loving hormone, and that hormone only makes you more beautiful. Only if you take extra tablets, extra milk, extra food, extra anything, which your body does not need because of your hungry or because of your frustration, because of your stress, sleeplessness, all those kind of things will only, I wouldn't say not beautiful, but Don't blame the baby or don't blame the mother's breast milk for beauty. Both are made for you to become more beautiful. So if you could feed the baby for 12 months, your body weight will reduce to normal. Once you start taking normal body required extra food that I am lactating, I am breastfeeding, right? So if you want to become beautiful, feed your baby for 12 months. That will itself make you more beautiful because feeding will take 400 calories per day and just calculate for 365 days. So much calories is going to be converted into mother's milk, right? So if you want to stay beautiful, please breastfeed your baby for 12 months.
Okay, as you previously said, we need to breastfeed for a 12 months. It's like a compulsory, or at 12 months we need to stop it, or we can extend the thing.
I think the statistics shows only 20 to 25% of the mothers feed up to 1 year. That is 12 months, right? So for the benefit of people, there is a collaborative study that came. If you feed a baby for 12 months, your breast cancer rate comes down by 3 to 5%, I think, which is a huge number. And if you have 2 babies, then you're going to breastfeed for 12 plus 12. If you go to 4 babies, that is 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12. So your own benefit, I think you should aim to mother feed up to 12 months, right? But there are many people who will stop at 3 months or 6 months. I don't blame them because it's their circumstances. But it is always beneficial to take up to 12 months. Beyond 12 months, there are some babies who demand mother feed. If you're able to feed, it is okay. But generally, we would introduce home food like dal, rice, idlis, and those kind of things, right? So home food should be introduced as early as possible, and mother's milk should be withdrawn slowly after maybe 9 months to 12 months.
Okay, doctor. If you want to give to people 5 tips, how to increase their breast milk, so what you will tell?
Okay, 5 tips. Number 1, start feeding as early as possible. Put it in your birth plan. Tell the nurse before the baby is born that you want to feed the baby as early as possible, right?
Okay.
Number 2, have skin-to-skin contact when the baby is born. Even if it is cesarean section, try to have a skin-to-skin contact. If you can't have it, have the father to have the skin-to-skin contact. Number 3, a good sleep. Once the baby is born, you should try to sleep for 8 hours. In between, you can wake up to feed the baby. So sleep is really important for feeding the baby. Prolactin and oxytocin releases when your circadian rhythm is back to normal. Number 4, pain-free. You don't try to eat more tablets. Make sure that you just take some paracetamol or some good painkillers, which is going to be helpful for your cesarean section scar or any stitches down below. Number 5, train your husband to support you. It's a teamwork. Only if your husband is comforting you or giving you a cuddle when you're feeling weepy, when you're feeling tired, your mother's milk will increase rapidly.
While breastfeeding, if we have any breast pain or something, what we need to do?
Well, breast engorgement is one of the main cause for the pain, and very rarely you can have milk solidify in some parts because the baby is not drinking that. So you all try to always alternate your breast so that the milk is coming from both the breast all the time, right? So even despite that, if you have a breast pain, it is probably because of the hormones that kicking in your body. So try to take 2 paracetamol just 10 to 20 minutes before you start feeding your baby. Automatically the pain will be reduced. Number 2, if you still have some kind of a swelling, just check with the nurses or your doctors to make sure that it is not abscess or any other tissues. But if there is nothing swollen, you can have just some type of hot water in a bottle. You can have it and just have a little fermentation above that, or just a hot towel and just keep it over there. You'll be fine.
During breastfeeding, if you are hungry, we can take sweets or biscuit or something.
No. Sweets and biscuits definitely hinders mother's feeding. So please do not take any sweets. Jangri, Mysore Pakul or Laddu or all those things will definitely bring in your sugar spikes and that will affect your baby's feeding. So please do not take any sweets, including sugar in the milk, and do not take biscuits also. If you want any snacks, just take some nuts or fruits. They are very good, or vegetables. Cucumber, it's very good. These are things that will reduce your body weight back to normal. And those are the things that helps for baby to become healthy and baby to have more dependency on mother's milk.
Thank you, doctor, for all the support. Thank you.
Thank you.